on KMTV, what the Douglas County Jail will do with the money voters approved in the election.
It's critical for the safety of my staff.
Stranger danger near Standing Bear Lake.
Surprises me that it's happening more frequently this year.
Judge's mistake might lead to heinous 1990s killer going free.
Holy crap, I can't believe he's up for parole already.
It was a fight over a van. Mark Schnabel of Utan bludgeoned his wife and staged a fake car accident as a cover-up. Their children witnessed the horror in 1999. Tomorrow, Schnabel will go before the state parole board, seeking his freedom. Reporter Nick Starling went to Utan, where the town of 1200 is still reeling tonight, years later. Nick.
Craig, it's a sore reopen for many people in the town. Many didn't want to talk about the horrific murder. Schnabel is convicted of second-degree murder for killing his wife. Many of the town of Utan say they never want him to step foot in town.
As the sun sets on the small town of Utan, the pain of remembering a 17-year-old murder case is the talk of the town. On May 22, 1999, Mark Schnabel killed his 40-year-old wife Sandy on their farm. Investigators found 300 blood spots found in the Schnabel's living room and found Sandy's body in this field under her minivan, which caught on fire. A scene investigators called a cover-up. The couple's 3 young children watched what happened. Schnabel later admitted to killing his wife in court and wanted to avoid a trial to spare his children, who may be asked to testify. While the judge wanted life in prison without parole, she didn't write down a minimum sentence number, which is required by state law. Now he's eligible for parole. In 2000, KMTV talked with Mark Schnabel's attorney about this.
The county attorney signed off on that agreement. Mark signed off on that agreement. Mark's family signed off on the agreement, and Sandy's family signed off on the agreement. Nobody should be complaining too much.
But those who are complaining are people who knew Sandy.
I couldn't believe what he had done.
Justin Bussing was just in high school when the murder happened, and Sandy was Bussing's teacher.
She was a great person, very outgoing.
And says Schnabel should not be a free man walking these streets ever again.
He should not be released.
The 5-person parole board meets tomorrow morning at 8:30 in Lincoln to decide the fate of Schnabel. Reporting live in studio, Nick Starling, KMTV Action 3 News.
A convicted Omaha killer is one step closer to death row in Nebraska tonight. A 3-judge panel found aggravating factors in the way Nico Jenkins carried out 4 murders in August of 2013. It came after the mothers of 2 victims, Curtis Bradford and Andrea Kruger, addressed the court. One called him purely evil and savage. The defense has argued his mental illness should keep him from being executed.
So we're moving forward, and that's the key here. We want to get this case finished up, and so now we are.
We learned today it will be at least 2.5 months before the panel decides if Jenkins will get the death penalty. Also from the courts, a jury will convene tomorrow as it decides whether an Omaha teen is a murderer. It spent the day deliberating but failing to reach a verdict for Jamar Milton. Prosecutors say he shot and killed Jamel Ray after setting him up in a marijuana deal at Miller Park in June of 2015. Shantavius Prime Willis is serving a 30-year sentence for shooting Charles Fisher that same day. Fisher survived and was the star witness in this case. A juvenile court judge sent a 12-year-old boy to Boys Town for his role in the crime. A Bellevue man will be in court tomorrow facing stiffer charges after a toddler ultimately died in his care. Armand Floyd was watching his girlfriend's daughter, Imani Edwards, when paramedics discovered her unresponsive on Sunday. The girl, who would have turned 2 on Friday, died last night at Children's Hospital. Floyd was already facing abuse and other charges for an incident last month involving the girl's mom. Tomorrow he will be in court to face new charges of felony child abuse resulting in death.
Now, your Weather Alert First Forecast.
Temperatures were incredible today. Afternoon highs in the low to mid and even upper 70s to near 80 degrees. Obviously way above normal for this time of the year, and several cities broke their record highs. In Omaha, we actually tied the record high of 73 degrees. That dated back to like 2000, yes, 2001. And looking at the previous records in Lincoln, 74, shattered it today with 80 degrees. Norfolk, 74 degrees as well, but today managed to make it to 76 degrees. Looks like we could see another record high being broken across the area tomorrow. And right now, temperatures are still very mild outside, sitting in the low to mid and even upper 60s. I'll let you know what you can expect in the morning. Cold front is moving in. I'll show you the changes that it will bring to the area coming up.
Watch your kids. That's the word from administrators in Northwest Omaha after children reported that somebody in a Jeep tried to entice them to get in this morning near Standing Bear Lake. Reporter Maya Sines is live at Saddlebrook Elementary School tonight with the very latest. Maya.
Craig, a stranger danger incident was reported outside of the school this morning. School officials say the students handled it correctly. Staff at Saddlebrook Elementary School remain on high alert after students reported a stranger danger incident. Before school started at 8:50 this morning, 2 students outside the school on safety patrol say they were approached by a cream-colored Jeep.
The individuals in the Jeep tried to entice one of the students into the vehicle. The students didn't respond, and so the vehicle took off.
Students immediately reported the incident to school staff, who contacted the Douglas County Sheriff's Department and stayed vigilant.
The teachers and the security on staff are on heightened awareness, just being aware of that particular vehicle, and then just all vehicles, making sure that we ensure student safety.
Omaha Public Schools also sent an email to Saddlebrook students' parents about the incident.
It surprises me that it's happening more frequently this year than last year. We've lived here 3 years now, and this is the first year we've had any issues with it.
With other reported child enticement issues reported around schools earlier this year, OPS officials commend the 2 students for taking action.
The students did exactly what they needed to do. They told a trusted adult, and then the adults took it from there.
The parents that I know are all sitting down with their kids, grandkids in my case, and talking to them about what they should do if somebody should approach them that they don't know. And
OPS is currently working with the Douglas County Sheriff's Office on this matter. OPS also sent home a letter with tips that students should continue to follow when walking to and from school. Reporting live from Saddlebrook Elementary, Maya Sines, KMTV Action 3 News.
Days after a handful of Omaha high schools walked out of class in a political protest, teens at Omaha North followed suit today.
We are not afraid. We are not afraid.
Dozens of North High School students demonstrated outside the school. They claim to be against the atmosphere created by Donald Trump's presidential victory.
Just to spread love, just that we're against hate, we're against anything that's negative.
School administrators notified parents yesterday that students who walked out would get an unexcused absence. Protesters trying to stop the construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline squared off with supporters in North Dakota today.
Defending our community! Defending our community!
Police arrested 4 people. We learned tonight that a federal judge will not rule on Energy Transfer Partners' lawsuit until January. The developer is suing the Army Corps of Engineers for the right to finish the $4 billion project. At issue is a 37-mile stretch of the oil line that would go under the Missouri River. The eyes of the medical world will be on Omaha on Friday as the city prepares for an infectious disease drill. Nebraska Medicine is working with a number of agencies to practice moving a group of mock patients with highly infectious diseases from the airport to the hospital. The goal is to make sure the city is ready should a real-life scenario happen. In 2014, the hospital treated 3 Ebola patients. Each arrived separately, 2 recovered. Nebraska Medicine recently secured millions of dollars in federal funding to develop a national training center for infectious diseases. Promoting health is the reason a famous Omaha building is shining purple tonight. Look at this. Tonight, this is a live look at the Woodman Tower. It is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. Last week, voters passed a $45 million bond issue for Douglas County. The money will be used for upgrades to emergency response systems. This month, reporter Miranda Christian has profiled the need for improvements to the 911 system. Tonight, she looks at what's aging at the jail, and she's live for us.
Yeah, the county still has to decide how they're going to spend that $45 million bond. Now, it was estimated that $10 million of that would go to the county jail to upgrade systems that date all the way back to the late 70s. Douglas County Jail's director knows the jail is critical to the emergency response system, so it has to stay up to date.
If the police arrest them, it has to be a place for them to go, and that place has to be safe and it has to be secure.
The jail can hold up to 1,400 inmates. Over the years, beds and housing units have been added, and the infrastructure has aged.
And if we continue to run those housing units 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, that's a lot of pressure on older units.
Director Mark Foxall says money from the Douglas County bond will help update and upgrade several parts of the jail.
We need to update the doors so that they can be controlled from a single point as opposed to a correctional officer having to unlock each one of the doors individually.
Foxall says door upgrades are important for his officers' safety and inmate safety as well. There are plans to also update plumbing and HVAC systems along with adding updated fire suppression equipment. Some windows will be replaced where they're scratched and hard to see through. Foxall says these items need attention and the bond will help achieve it sooner.
I think this is something that needs to be done right away.
As far as the timeline for when these updates will begin, that will be determined as these bonds will start being delivered out. Now, we'll have more information on when things will start coming up next week. Reporting live, I'm Miranda Christian, KMTV Action 3 News.
Here in Omaha, it's a program that not only keeps young inmates on the straight and narrow, it saves lives. The Omaha Youth Correctional Facility is teaming volunteer mentors with inmates to give them a safety net when they're released. So far, only 3 of 28 inmates in the program have found trouble after getting out. A former inmate turned mentor is using his experience in the jail system to help troubled kids.
To know that you can make a change in somebody's life instead of complaining about society or what's going on, get out there and make a change.
Tomorrow at 10 on KMTV, reporter Joe Cadot looks at the positive relationships of mentors and inmates, how the program is mending lives and building futures. The garage sale goes high-tech, but selling items online can lead to a new kind of drama. How following online shopping etiquette can really help you cash in. That's next.
And the first winter storm of the fall season is headed into Nebraska. I'll let you know who will see rain and snow.
KMTV3 and the Durham Museum invite you to step back in time to the era of flappers and bootleggers with American Spirits, The Rise and Fall of Prohibition. Visit a speakeasy and learn the Charleston. Explore the fashion, music, and culture of the Roaring 20s. American Spirits at the Durham Museum, September 24th through January 29th.
On any given day, anything can happen. That's the beauty of morning television.
This is your eye-opener to this day.
CBS This Morning, weekdays.
With class-exclusive four-corner air suspension for a smooth, controlled, level ride. And the class-exclusive Rambox cargo management system, only Ram, America's longest-lasting pickups, have the power to light up every holiday. And now get great deals at the Ram Black Friday event. Lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on the 2016 Ram 1500 4x4 for $257 a month.
1,440. Those are the minutes you'll get today. How will you spend them? They belong to you. And her. And we work hard to make sure that you can make the most of every single one. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Amazing Black Friday offers are here during the Ford year-end event. Save on America's most awarded brand. Plus get $1,000 Black Friday bonus cash on top of other great offers. All from Ford, with the most 5-star ratings and the highest owner loyalty. That's how you become America's best-selling brand. Now get up to $10,250 in total savings, plus $1,000 Black Friday bonus cash, or current F-150 lessees get an F-150 for just $229 a month.
Action 3 News Mobile Storm Tracker, powered by Jensen Tire and Auto.
Wheeling and dealing online. It's the modern-day twist to garage sales. Millions of people now use Facebook trading sites and Craigslist to buy and sell a wide variety of products. But if you are looking at getting in the game, there are important factors to know beforehand. Our Jenny Griswold looks at the do's and don'ts of online shopping etiquette.
You want it, you can find it.